Now that your track is made, what I want you to start doing is you can double left click here, and now you can rename it voice, let's just say. And what I want to get in the habit of is to keep everything organized from the get go, right? So the reason that I'm teaching you is not only that, oh, this is how you create a track, but this is how you also maintain a track. It says 1 2, that's the track number, right? Now keep on going. Let's say you'll have a base. Now make an imaginary project in your head. Oh, this is what I'm working with, and this is like drums, and then these are like what do you say, keyboards, keyboard, or let's just call them for keys, or bass, drum, keys, guitar, obviously. All right, so this is going to be a homework for the first week of understanding Reaper and how grouping works. And one of the reasons that I love Reaper for this is the grouping is really easy once you understand how the movements work. All right, so what is grouping? So grouping is essentially something that you do in order to group all the tracks together. Like, wow, that makes sense. But sometimes what happens is you want all your guitars to be under one control when you're mixing and you're mastering, or when you're just listening back to your audio. Like, now imagine, let's say there are many guitars, right? So follow along with me. So I hope you've made voice, bass, drums, keys, guitar, right? So what I want you to do is create another track. Remember, double left click on the empty space here, right? Double left click again here. What I want you to do is make a guitar underscore let's say verse, right? Now make another one, guitar underscore let's say chorus, right? Okay, let's work with these. What I want you to do is I want you to group all of these guitars together, right? What you can do is you can take this guitar and you can actually call it main. All right, now you know that this is guitar main, this is guitar verse, and this is guitar chorus. So when you're mixing, so I'm going to show you live examples as well, but let's just say that you want the guitar, when you mute this guitar main, both these guitars should mute as well. So what you're essentially doing is creating a control over the rest of the guitar tracks. So how do you do that? So this is where I want you to pay attention and get used to it very fast, right? You left mouse button and hold this track. Okay, I did that. Now you're going to drag it while holding the left mouse button up. So now you'll see this icon is changing on my mouse, but when it reaches here, it's not going, the blue line is going to tell you what the track is going to do. So when it's at this maximum, when you see this like whole line come from left to right, all the way through, that means it's not going to do anything. So I let it go, it didn't do anything. Now you're gonna do it again, you're gonna wait until it's there, but take a little bit more, and now you'll see the line shape become smaller. Here you see that. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so I'm still holding the left mouse button, pay attention. You take it here, it's going to be the full length. All right, as you take it a little bit more, it's going to shorten itself and become under the guitar main, and the moment you let go, it is now parented. Now let me show you an example. Let's just assume this is the guitar verse, and then this is the guitar verse, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm going to teach you how to record, don't worry. So now that it is under here, if I mute this guitar main, this gets muted as well, right? So that is very powerful and very important, because the way that we can do this, we can solo only the guitars, and we can only if you want to, we can only mute the guitars as well. So this works both ways, so you have a lot of control. Again, what I want you to do is, when you do this, now what is going to happen, this is a track number 7, this is guitar chorus, right? So guitar chorus can now technically come under this as well, or under 5. So now I don't want you to get confused, right? Because you want the guitar to be linked to guitar main, not guitar verse, because it can go under guitar verse as well. I'll show you. If you do this, it will simply, now both are under this. But let's say you're creating a very complicated track, and now you want guitar verse mein, there is also something known as guitar underscore verse, but you've taken another take, or let's say you take an alternate continuation or something like this. I'm just gonna name it alternate. I don't work like this all the time because I don't create more subgroups than one. What I mean by that is I'll have guitar main and I'll have tracks under it, but never anything more. But let's say you never know, you might need it, right? So what you want is the guitar verse alternate take to be under the guitar verse. So you do this, bring it up a little bit. Now the bar has shifted again. Like if you see that, I'll show you again. Now it's at full length of the 6, which means if you do this, it's gonna be under main, but you want it under the guitar verse. So you do this, and now it's going to work like a parent relationship, right? So if you mute this, but if you are going to play something, the guitar chorus will still be audible. Now, how to do it? So I hope you've understood it and you've followed along. So how do we ungroup these tracks? Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it with multiple tracks. And so let's imagine there is also guitar underscore solo, right? Because we need a guitar solo, right? Now I'm going to select 3 of them. The way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to select the top one, and then I'm going to shift and left click this one, right? So the way that this works, shift works in a linear sequence. So what I mean by that is that if you select this and then you select this, everything in between will get selected, but control left click will make you select individual tracks. So let's say voice something or something like this, control and left click. So the way that you ungroup them is simply you select all of these, right? However, control left click or shift left click, however you want to do it, you drag them out. In the sense, now you bring them down here and a little bit down further, and now you'll see the change in the bar length again. See there, and then you let go, and now they're all independent tracks again. Okay, now I didn't show you at first because I wanted you to understand the basics, but the way that you group all of these back again in multiple tracks is that you select them and then you do something like this. Now this is going to be your homework for week 1. I want you to not only do it for the guitar, but also do it for the voice, bass, drums and keys, and whatever hypothetical situation that you will make.